Yo guys, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and today we are training 44 minutes of chess. And yeah, if I want to upload this in time before midnight, I will need to stream and train starting right now. So we're going to continue with some woodpecker. Actually, I did some woodpecker this morning, and my plan today was actually after doing, I don't know, 10 woodpecker exercises, I was going to save the stream and actually tackle some Argard calculation. But one thing led to another today, and basically I would not be streaming right now if if I didn't set myself this task to stream every day, right? Because yeah, I had a load of things come up, and we'll probably need to work on some stuff before I head to bed. Yeah, just to get everything I wanted to get done. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple. Like whenever I'm a bit pressed for time, and yeah, have other things on my mind, it's easier just to grind some tactics, right? And this is like some useful training. So let's continue with Capablanca getting rinsed in his simultaneous matches here against I'm gonna call him Edvard Weiss. I don't know if he's called Edvard. He just sounds like an Edvard. But yeah, let's go with this. Welcome Frizz to the stream. How's it going? I saw you made a comment on my YouTube video, but I haven't had time to look at this at all. But yeah, hope you enjoyed today's upload. Actually, I thought today's upload was actually the most entertaining of the three so far. Like I thought the games were really rich and really fun. Good content is what I'm trying to say. Also, on another note, so I joined this Chessable marketing workshop call today. It was pretty cool. Like I learned a lot actually from it. But the wildest thing, I just saw the move spoiler. I even saw the move, but this was the move I was looking at anyway, so I'll calculate it regardless. But yeah, basically, yeah, this chessboard marketing team, cool. It was crazy because they actually pulled up a bunch of my tweets as like an example of how to make good threads on Twitter, and like I swear to God, like my tweets get like no likes, so I don't know why they're using my content as like as some kind of prime example. But okay, I guess like at least chessboard likes what I'm doing. So that's nice. Oh, speaking of which, I need to another thing to add to the list. Yeah, loads of interesting points in this marketing call. Like, I could probably do a whole video about it. People wanted. But yeah, let's actually solve a damn tactic first. So we've got Bishop H6 is one move and Rook G7 is another. Rook G7 is more forcing, so it should be considered. So Rook G7, okay, in the case that they move their king somewhere, at the very least we've won a pawn and we've damaged their king's safety. It doesn't feel like they've got something immediate. If they take the knight, we can always take back with the queen. If they trade queens, our king is safe, right? So Rook G7, they kind of need to take it if they want to show what they've got. And then I have this feeling Bishop H6 looks promising, right? Because we cut off the escape square for the king, so they've got either King G8 or King H8. And King H8 feels like the more logical move to try and get a bit safer. But how can we continue? Maybe we can just bring the queen in to G5, and we're threatening the knight, we're also threatening Queen G7. How do we even defend that? Looks pretty great actually. I don't care if they take my knight, I'm just gonna give checkmate. So that means, okay, if they actually go King G8, that's even worse actually. Queen G5 comes with check. So I think that's just the move. No way did Capablanca get wrecked by this. Yeah, I saw this Knight H5, I just thought that I can take. But maybe I've got something even better here, I don't know. If I take... Nah, but you know, in this chessboard marketing, like cool, this workshop, like I know this probably shouldn't mention this on stream, but I had this super awkward feeling, you know, like in school, like if a teacher is like giving you high praise and all the other kids in the class are like, this jackass, this guy, this absolute jackass, like getting all the praise from the teacher, and like who does this guy think he is? I got those vibes, right? Because like I'm some random dude, like I'm not a titled player or anything, and like I'm getting all this praise from this marketing team for doing the right thing. I've got like one course, and like there are some of these guys like Kolovich, like James Canty the third. I mean, okay, in fairness, James Canty got a lot of like praise as well and like discussion, but there were some big names on this call, and they were like, oh, you know, this random dude called Michael's doing like great job. Like it just felt super awkward. It just felt super awkward to me. But and the other thing as well was like, you know, there was like some kind of like Q&A, and I was literally the only person asking questions out of like 30 people on this call. So it also felt like, you know, like you know, that teacher's pet, right? Like asking all the questions and literally no one else asking. I don't know, man. It felt weird. But I'm not gonna waste this chance to not ask questions because no one else is asking questions. You know, like sod it. But yeah, I just found it funny. I mean, are we just taking this or what? If we take this, the problem is they can maybe take care, and it gets. Do I actually have a follower? Maybe I would just take on F7 and it looks really strong. Like I don't have any other way in, so I may as well just take the knight and threaten to take on F7. Like, looks good. Oh, no. I actually looked at Rook G1 as well, but I didn't see the point because I thought Queen G7, knight takes. If Queen G8, Rook takes, like what is the point? So this, at least the move crossed my mind, I just didn't get very far. So let me see if I can get further. So Rook G1, what is the point? Like let's say they take on C3. What is the point? Maybe Bishop G7 is the point, right? Because now the knight can't take because the queen takes. If King G8, now we can go Bishop F6, discover check, and then give mate on G8. Wow. I for some reason, I only saw Rook G1 with the idea of bringing the queen in, not to actually bring the bishop in as well. So, yeah, Bishop G7 followed by Bishop F6. This is what I missed. So Queen H5 is not easily winning due to 97. And if Queen takes F7, now Rook G8, and somehow we've managed to cover both G7 and F6. Queen D7, Bishop C3, BC3, Queen C3, Queen D5. Black is counterplay against a weak king, but what? We're... Okay, 2 pieces for Rook up. Okay, the pawns I'm not really going to count because they're very far from doing anything. So yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, Rook G1 is nice. So I wonder what people said. So Josh says Rook G7, King G7, Bishop H6, King H8, Queen G5. Attack is decisive, right? If King G8, then Queen G5. Oh, if King G6. Okay, I didn't even consider King G6 move. I have the impression that I am like 200 points underrated because I either blunder my queen in one move or play a perfect game with 92% accuracy and a 25-50 performance. Aha. Yeah, maybe Frizz. I mean, you've definitely improved over the last few weeks. I would say for sure. Like definitely, or maybe it's just the training we've done. Like it seems to allow you to excel. So I could definitely believe that. Well, what are your current ratings online? Yeah, you're just paranoid probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's. I think it's a reasonable remark, but I'm not too bothered by it, to be honest. It's chill. It's chill. Yo, if you're gonna suck up to anyone, like suck up to Chessable, who are literally gonna be like, you know, sorting me out contracts and stuff, right? Like, it's probably not the worst person to like, you know, have a good relationship with. Yeah, you're the only one asking questions, but you're right. Yeah. Rook G1 and you find Bishop G7, Bishop 6. Fantastic, Frizz. Nice stuff. So basically, welcome to the stream. We're just grinding some more Woodpecker. I was actually going to do some R-Guard today. I had this all prepared. I think I'll save it for tomorrow. I'm just not in the headspace to do some like heavy book reading. What? We got the same exercise again? Okay, I mean, we'll just play it again. Like we... Oh, it's not the same exercise. We just got the wrong answer. I'm being a dumbass. Okay, so let's move to the next one. No. I was gonna say maybe like some takes and then this check whenever the bishop's on g5, but okay, the knight is protecting it, so that's not the theme. But it's such a weird one. It's like I don't like, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of like hustling to grow the channel. Like I think some other YouTubers do this much better. Like sometimes I can be into it, but really other times I'm not. And the problem is if I actually want more sales for like my C3 Venom or something, this kind of like side hustle of like growing the YouTube channel, or growing Twitter, or even starting an Instagram or something, this becomes like the main hustle, right? So you really do need to think about it. But yeah, it's really draining in some ways for me. Like I'm really not actually a big fan of it, even if I can do it fairly well, I would say. Really not a big fan. And also there are many aspects which I don't do well intuitively. Like there's been I can probably count at least 5 to 10 people, if not more, that have told me my thumbnails are bad. Like, I mean, that's actually shocking, right? I mean, like, the fact that, you know, 5 to 10 people have actually told me, like, how many more people are, like, you know, thinking it, right? So it's just like, you know, at least this stuff isn't easy. It's not easy for me at all. But what to do? Are we just winning a pawn even? Like, okay, if we take like this, we can play knight c5 and this looks really good. If we take with the pawn, somehow I feel like we've achieved something by opening up this file. Like taking on d4 feels so right. But can I justify it with by tactical means? Maybe I can argue that I can take on e4, right? If they take my bishop, I take back with the queen, I protect my knight. If they take my knight, I take that bishop with a discovered attack on the queen. Yeah, I'm probably just winning a pawn, right? Okay, nice. Let's go. I'm surprised they don't give knight takes d4 as a sideline. If bishop takes f6, then the knight c5 move does come in. I didn't see this, to be fair, but I hope I would find this. Oh, bishop takes f6 is also fine. The knight move threatens capture the queen. Okay, so it's basically saying this is even better. This is winning. This is a winning advantage. Bishop. Okay, so not a serious sideline at all, and this just wins a pawn. Awesome. My rapid elo hit an all-time high today. Let's go. Let's go. Fantastic. Fantastic. How long a break did you take, and how many weeks of getting back into it have you had? So it's basically like, I don't think you've been playing more than just a month, right? That's pretty sweet. 2100 chess com, 2400 lead chess. Okay. Yeah, I would argue the difference is not 300. I'd say the difference is 200. But then I would say that you're underrated, right? Like, I think you should be able to get to 2300 chess com. I mean, I think my chess.com blitz is 2300, and this is me playing on the phone. Like, at airports and stuff. Like, I'm not taking it seriously. So I don't think it should be it's so, like, super difficult. But yeah, I mean, of course, this is all relative, right? I'm saying not super difficult for Frizz. Obviously, it can be super difficult for someone else. You know. Who told you that, though? Random commentators? I think your thumbnails are pretty good. Yeah, no. Yeah, Frizz called me out for sure. But I mean, Ansar, the marketing, head of marketing at Chessboy, was like, yeah, your thumbnails can definitely be improved. I've had a friend who's actually similar kind of background to Frizz in terms of his expertise of like kind of this YouTube like marketing and YouTube growth. Like kind of has like done a lot of research into it, although not any kind of like first-hand experience. He also told me that like, yeah, yo, my thumbnails are trash, need like serious work. And in fairness, they all have a point, right? Like when you look at like the biggest YouTubers like Gotham Chess, or even like Anna Kramling, Botas Sisters, even like these like Hanging Pawns, even Chess Page 1, you know, all of these kind of channels that have huge numbers of subscribers, the one thing you can really see is that their thumbnail game, they're really consistent with their thumbnails. And actually that consistency can be very, very useful in just, I don't know, getting more clicks somehow. I don't like to make like really consistent thumbnails because I find it too boring, right? I kind of like the different kind of types of thumbnail, but there are some YouTubers who manage to like have it like different but consistent to a style. And I do think that I've got like some kind of consistent style to my thumbnails, because ultimately I'm the one who's making the thumbnails every time. But ultimately, yeah, the thumbnails are still not like polished. But honestly, I don't know, man. Like, there's only so many brain cells I can dedicate to like working on like the optimal thumbnail. Like, I already tried changing my recent thumbnails, but actually on this topic, I want to have a quick rant. Like, what is up with the YouTube algorithm? So okay. In fairness, Frizz saved me about this because he brought this up to me. But let's have a very quick look at my channel if YouTube is gonna load. Also, what are your guys' thoughts about like this whole like chess champ between like the pretty girls of chess? Like, I mean, they're not like, you know, hiding the fact that they are the pretty girls of chess, right? Like they're wearing like these really nice dresses and stuff, and I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on it right now. I probably need to give it a bit more thought as well. But the concept's a bit interesting to me. I'll leave it there. I don't know what you guys think. Also, YouTube's just not gonna work. Okay, fine. I mean, I basically wanted to show you guys that my recent videos. Oh, it's actually not gonna work. Are you serious? It's actually not gonna work. It's so annoying. Can I just like get to my channel, Chess Lifestyle? Maybe I can do it like that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so as you can see, I've been posting these speedrun videos, and I've tried to make it like, you know, have some chess on it, make it really clear. Maybe I could make like the ELO ratings like different color or something, so that like the different thumbnails stand out. Maybe that's something I can do. But I feel like there's no reason why there should be differences in number of views. And you can see that my latest one got so far fewer views. Oh, didn't mean to click it. But like, there's nothing intrinsic about the video that should be any different. And YouTube algorithm is just a bit weird. Like, sometimes it will just like, you know, make a video get seen more, and sometimes it won't. Like I can't get any more consistent than this. So I don't know. Well, I'll just have to keep it up. I'm gonna try and keep up with these speedrun videos. It's been quite fun doing it in the morning when I wake up. So I'll try and do this some more and see how it goes. But yeah, I have no explanation for this, right? Like it's really, really odd. It's like, at least with chess, you grind some chess and you get better, then you perform, then this makes sense, right? But if you like how, like, why? Like, you know, it doesn't make sense. It's like, let's say, I don't know, giving a checkmate in 1 in chess, and then 2 out of 3 times it works, and 1 out of 3 times it's just like, I'm not gonna allow it to be checkmate for whatever reason. Like, it just makes no sense, right? So I don't know, there's only a certain amount of like energy I can dedicate to this kind of stuff. Okay, as soon as I submit to this paper, gonna grind some chess. Nice. Yeah, only when you're focused. I mean, this is why it's like, you should have an alt account and you should have your main account. Like, if you're able to get serious and play on your main account with full focus, then, you know, you don't need to play so many games. You can only play like 2-3 games, and that's okay. But the thing is, you know, you want to just play a lot of chess, and therefore that's why having an alt account is also very nice, right? So have both. And I genuinely think that there's like a really nice there's a really nice feeling to really trying to push yourself in any kind of environment, whether it's online or in person. And I feel like it's a really good practice as well. So I think actually doing that is like really, really useful. And okay, first says I really believe there's a difference between lead chess and chess.com or 300 points. For the record, I would argue that the lower your rating, the larger the gap. So I would say that like if let's say you're 2500 on lead chess, you're probably maybe 2450 on chess.com. I don't think the difference is that big, but maybe down at like 500, like 1500 elo, like 1500 elo on chess.com is more like maybe 1800 lead chess. So I think there's a larger gap the further down you go, smaller gap near the top. That's my general impression. And I think there have been some studies on this as well, like some articles written about this kind of stuff. Yeah. Now, okay, back to the tactics. One thing I saw pretty quickly was that there's a fork here. And generally, if we can win a queen, that's going to be quite nice. But I guess the problem with this is that the pawn can take as well. I've got knight c2 there. I mean, I've got knight c2 in the start anyway, but my queen is being attacked, right? So I would definitely want to try and get rid of this. And to be fair, actually, if the king goes this way, we do pick up this bishop. And if the king comes the other way... I mean, we could take king takes, castles queenside and pick up the rook. But we're a piece down in the starting position, so that's important to note as well. What if we start with knight c2 as well? Does that make a difference? Probably not. I don't know, I think this feels really right to sack the rook here. We can give the check. And if they come this way, we can also just pick up the rook. How decent is that? I mean, surely that's also pretty good. Because what, we're a whole piece down right now? Oh no, we're a piece for 2 pawns. We're then 2 pawns up. We're then a rook for 2 pawns, and we pick up a whole rook. So then that's gonna be fine. I don't know why this took me so long to. My solution when I recorded the video. Interesting. There's actually video that goes along with this. I didn't even know that. King d1. Oh, they don't even take the rook. They just play rook d8. I don't know why you wouldn't just take the free rook. But rook d8 is apparently winning. King f1. Oh, and knight d6 with check. Interesting. I mean, I just thought I'd pick up the piece and that's good enough, but I guess it's not. Maybe queen takes, bishop takes. And I guess this knight c7 is also quite strong, right? If you take on d2, they can take on c7. If you take, they take. But you still pick up the rook at the end. I don't get this. Let's have a look. I mean, I can kind of appreciate maybe bishop d3 is just stronger. Like it hits the knight as well. The king is gonna be super weak. Definitely makes sense that it's a strong move. Wow, the only move to be advantage. Knight c2. If king d1, can I just take this? Yeah, I'm completely winning. Okay, and if king f1, then yeah, the problem is I've got like I'm not just being able to pick this up. Wow, rook d1. Okay. Yeah, and if the king goes this way, we can't pick this up necessarily. I was maybe thinking this might be a move. Okay, this is definitely not a move apparently. Yeah, I've still got this bishop d3. Bishop takes d2, queen takes d2. Oh man, yeah, these positions are tough. But yeah, bishop d3. I guess it does make a lot of sense. I just didn't see it as an option. I mean, you've got two enticing checks, right? So you almost feel like you're obliged to play one of them. But yeah, of course, a strong threat could be even stronger. Black is better with 2 pawns and a better king for the exchange, but Capablanca turned the game around and won. Aha. Okay, fair enough. So bishop d3 is the strongest. Interesting. Oh yeah, let's see what... Why did mods remove my comment? Frizz says he didn't do anything. Josh says he didn't do anything. I mean, it was one of you. Probably a bug on my phone. To be fair, Dan, if you sent any kind of link, I know YouTube just immediately deletes the comment without even mods doing anything. If you also use some profanity, it might delete as well automatically. I'm not so sure. First Capablanca win in Woodpecker? Jesus Christ. Probably. Yeah, Woodpecker's savage. But yeah, welcome Dan to the stream. Welcome Faz. How's it going, guys? Let's... Oh, when mod removes a comment, it shows that comment was removed. I see. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, we're still on Capablanca. I mean, it's probably not a bad thing, right? But I don't know. I'm kind of done with this guy. Bishop takes g6. If pawn takes queen takes king h8. And is there a clever way to continue? So the important thing to note there is that this rook finds it difficult to come in, right? The knight is like doing a good job of covering these entry points. The pawn is covering this entry point. So we can't do a rook lift. So what else are we supposed to try? I guess maybe bishop h6 is not a bad idea. We hit the rook. If they play rook g8 in order to defend the g7 square, which is enforced, maybe they can play rook... No, they can't play rook f7, they just hang a rook. So if rook g8 is needed, maybe you've got this interesting move queen h5, where you're threatening to move the bishop with checkmate. Maybe that's very promising. Looks really strong, actually. Yeah, I like the look of that. Let's go for it. And my idea was bishop h6 here. This is my thinking. Now I have sacrificed a piece. So if I win back this rook, do I really have enough? I mean, I've got some alternatives here, right? I have rook takes e6 as well. I could also potentially play a bishop e3. With the idea that maybe I either give check, or if they take me, then I get the rook lift with tempo. So bishop e3 is like a candidate too. Rook e3 is therefore a candidate with the same logic that you actually get the bishop in. But I feel like this is a harder threat to stop than this one. So if I play this, do I actually have enough here? Like, what if they just play like bishop f6 just to counter this threat completely? Probably don't have anything, right? So this might look a bit more promising. I mean, I'm literally threatening mate, so what if they play like bishop d6, right? To defend with the queen and also keep tabs on their rook. If I were to take and they take back, what's going on in this position? Yeah, like how do you make a good decision here? I think this is where, I mean, Frizz yesterday was saying how like my tactics can be improved. I think this is one of those. This is a typical Michael position where I don't know how to go. Like I've kind of looked at my different ideas. I've looked at like maybe my checks, my captures, like rook takes e6, bishop h6 is a threat as well. Queen h6, queen h5, these are checks. But like how to actually narrow down and decide what you're gonna play. I mean, intuitively, I'd probably play this bishop h6, rook g8, queen h5. But I don't even know for sure if bishop h6, rook g8 is forced. Like I don't even know if they have to move the rook. Like, can they just play two pieces against my rook and two pawns and try and fight that on? Like, in a game, I'm probably playing bishop h6. Let's play it. Let's play it. I have a feeling it's wrong. Yeah, I have a feeling it's wrong. So this is where I need to get stronger. So queen h6 is needed. Okay, so Fritz, your first instinct with rook takes e6 was correct. Queen h6, king g8, rook e6. If bishop h6, then rook g8 stops it, I think, but then queen h5 looks good. Right, this is what I was talking about. Queen h6, king g8, rook e6. So apparently, there's no need to throw in this queen h6. We're just making this move immediately. Let's just have a look at this. Queen h6 loses the advantage at all. Oh god. Yeah, not at all. So queen h6 is completely winning. That's completely fine. Although it does look like they're playing queen h6 with the idea to repeat. And rook e6 apparently not as strong. Maybe some fluke knight e5, but this is really, I mean, you're just winning a piece. This should be completely fine. So why was I not able to play this? This is what I'm really curious about. Why was I not able to play rook e6? So in this position, what, I'm 3 pawns for a piece. And I do have an attack, right? I've got like queen h6, king g8, rook g6, but then I thought the king might run and I didn't bother to calculate. I just didn't really see what we were achieving immediately here. Like, what if they play like a move like bishop d6 or something and just try and hold stuff? Bishop h6, rook g8, queen h5, and queen e8. Yeah, like to me, this is the crazy thing. Like to me, I have no idea if black is going to have a resource in this position, right? This position here looks really promising to me. And then black has a resource. In this position, it also looks really promising to me. But maybe there's a resource. Maybe there's some like resource that holds somehow. And I don't have that feeling of which one is right, which one is wrong based on an intuition. Like if I calculate this, then maybe I can find this queen e8 and prove that this line is not working. But to know when to stop and know and to keep looking and find this, it's not easy. Which is why I don't play this style of chess. It's really not easy for me. Yeah, I started writing the explanation, but it's so very long. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way you can do it faster, Frizz. I mean, if you want, I mean, you have me on Discord, right? You could. Do you have me on Discord? Maybe you don't. But if you have me on Discord, you can also send me like a voice note. I assume Discord can do voice notes. I don't know. Probably they can. If that's easier. But yeah, I don't know. You could also record an audio on your computer and then like send me an email. Like that's a really old-fashioned way of doing it, but could work as well. Queen h5 is stronger than queen h6 as a threat due to the discovery threat on f7. Aha. But I don't know at what point you're saying. Apparently at this moment, this continuation from bishop h6. I know this isn't what you were saying, but apparently this is it's not enough. Man, I don't even know. Rook e6. Like, fair enough. Yeah, it's not, especially when I'm this tired. Like I've had like a full day of work and I'm just tired. It's like I literally can't work out if this position is better or this position. It just looks, they both look just so promising. Maybe there's some argument that like the rook has been able to get involved as well, and the bishop can always get involved. Whereas here, maybe the rook doesn't get a chance to get involved. Like queen e8, like if white plays queen h3 or something, maybe black can play like e5 and get out of this, but I don't know, man, it's so difficult to me. It's so difficult. So what, bishop h6, rook g8, queen h5, queen e8, queen h3. Yeah, and e5 is completely lost. Yeah, okay, I didn't even see this. I didn't even see that this was checkmate. I mean, I did earlier, but I forgot, right? So in this position, okay. Black has an only move of rook g6. I mean, you basically need to see this in order to refute this line and not play rook e6, right? Like, I feel like this looks almost as promising, like this position. You really need to see, because like, yeah, this position of queen f7, which looks reasonable, right? You protected this, but it's still losing a piece. And then you're just a bunch of pawns up. So in this position, you really need to see rook g6 as a way to stop it. It's not simple for me to see it at all. Which is why actually for some time, like my dynamic attacking chess was working very well, right? Because my opponents would get into this position with black, I would play this line with white, and my opponents wouldn't find this rook g6 and they'd just crumble, right? But I quickly realized that a lot of my attacks were actually dubious, and as soon as I'm playing a stronger opponent that spots all of the correct defenses, I really wasn't able to you know, do too much. So yeah. Very interesting position where rook g6 is allowing this discovery and somehow holding. I guess like basically making this window for the king is the most important aspect. But yeah, very tough. Yeah, I have Discord, but don't worry, I can do it. I'm not sure, 100% sure my spoken English is perfectly understandable, so I'll stick to writing. Okay, cool, Frizz. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, take your time, honestly, Frizz. Like, it's like, yeah, if you're training a lot on chess, like, I realize you're gonna be tired, and like, you know, to write this not gonna be easy as well. So, just take your time. Whenever you feel like you're inspired to write it, then write it. Like, don't force it. How old are you, bro? I am 25. I don't know if I look my age, but yeah, I'm 25 years old. So I graduated university a few years ago. Been playing a bunch of chess ever since. Yeah, life is good. After rook e6, you said you had no idea what to do, and you suggested queen h6, but queen h5 seems stronger. I see. Okay. Michael, I really think I found a couple of things that you're doing wrong, and some things that you're clearly are lacking. I'll try to explain it the best I can. Honestly, first, it would be amazing. It would be amazing to hear this, because yeah, I don't understand like where I'm going wrong with this kind of tactical mindset. So yeah, let's just see this, what Faz said with this rook e6, and how I was saying queen e6 but queen h5 is stronger. So queen h5 check. Yeah, you allow king g7, but that's not important, because you can give rook g6 check and you're gonna have taps on f7. Right. That's very clever. That's very clever. Yeah. Not able to see that. But yeah, really nice point, Faz. Okay, let's move to the next one. Some more Capablanca. This time Capablanca cooking. So my instinct here is rook h3. And my feeling is because if king g2, maybe I can get away with rook g8. And if they take on h3, I can take on g1. And his king is trapped. Right? So maybe I've got something here. Although he can play rook g2. And I don't know if trading into this endgame is winning for me. Way too risky, in my opinion. So I'd somehow want to squeeze white somehow, but I don't know. I mean, rook h3 seems like such a natural move. Like at the very least on king g2, I could play rook takes d3 as well, right? Just win a pawn. Who wouldn't want to win a pawn? What, so is it saying rook h3? Maybe they go king e2, but then they just drop 8? I don't know, I'm just... A rook h3, maybe rook g3. Maybe rook g3 is a way that we can avoid losing material. Maybe rook g3 is a decent move there. I don't know. Like, what candidate moves do I have? I've got e4 check, but the problem is he takes with the pawn and it comes with check. I've got rook f4 check. Didn't really see what that achieves. Rook h3 check is what I've been looking at the most, but rook g3 seems to avoid losing a pawn. I mean, I also looked at rook takes d3, but after rook takes d3, rook h3, king e2, didn't see a way to make use of this. Like rook takes h2, they can even just go to the first rank. I feel like they're probably fine there. Wait a sec. If I take on d3 and they take back, why am I looking at this move? Why can't I give a fork? I mean, that might be some really nice idea. Rook takes a3, rook takes, give the fork. If king e3, then I can definitely give this check and then save a pawn up. So they probably need to go king e2. So that if I take the rook, then they take back the pawn. But maybe here I can throw in this check. That looks very strong. That looks very strong. And then I'm just completely winning. So yeah, this took me again a lot of time to wait. The thing is, if I go here, they've still got rook g3, right? So, but maybe this is winning, right? If they block, I can take and then come here. That looks like it should be a winning endgame. Almost certainly, right? Almost certainly. So we can play it. Nice. Let's go. Amazing. Okay, we actually got all of that. It looks like there were some different pitfalls. But yeah. What did people find? Right, we're the same age. No wonder I kept seeing you in earlier tournaments, right? The university ones. Rook takes d3, rook d3, e4, king e3, rook h3, and take the rook. Yeah. And take with the rook. Right. The problem with rook h3 is rook g3, white gets too much activity. Rook is more useful on d3 or h3. I don't know what you guys are talking I don't know what you guys are talking about. Are you saying that in this position if the king moves, you're saying take with the rook or take with the pawn? I mean, to me, I would always take with the pawn here. But in this position, then I'm definitely trading. Take with the rook. Apparently. Yeah, I guess in a sense, like the king is kind of connected to the pawn. The king can basically help the pawn a bit better from this point. And in general, when we're dealing with a passed pawn in a rook endgame like this, we want our king to support our pawn. So I think, yeah, it does make sense to take with the rook in fairness. But yeah, this is strong. Okay, so I'm just in time actually. I literally didn't realize it was going to be so close. I kind of just like eyeballed it and said like, yeah, we'll be fine. But actually this isn't easy. queen b2, and then give this check, and then this is winning. Yeah, interestingly enough, if you play f5, c4 here, then it's not winning. I think they get a pawn to c7, you queen, and the pawn on c7 is a draw because of the stalemate motif. Yeah, which is what they're saying here, right? Yeah, very interesting. I feel like I'm quite good at transitioning into these winning pawn games if they're like clearly winning, like this one, right? I love a good liquidation, right? Yeah, to me, like, I mean, like, I even went wrong here in the sense that I was like, well, when I say I went wrong, I mean wrong in the sense that I evaluated this position just to be like way faster. But in the end, it's actually just one tempo, which is crazy. Yeah, because they don't need to spend a tempo taking on b4. They can actually just go straight for this g-pawn and start rolling. And yeah, they're actually very, very close. Very, very close to making this work. Just one tempo in it. It's crazy. Pawn endgames are so hard, man. Pawn endgames are so hard. Oh, rats. We've hit midnight. Which means that this stream is going to count for tomorrow. Ah, screw it. Whatever. Whatever. I tried my best, guys. I tried my best. Yeah, you missed your 12 deadline. I literally just saw the clock. I think, guys, I am absolutely shattered. I've got like a couple things I need to do before I sleep. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day there. I mean, I wasn't even planning to do Woodpecker on stream. I was gonna do some Argard. I had this already. But yeah, no. If I tried to do Argard right now, this would be even worse. But no, I'm glad I could solve some tactics and just keep up this practice. And yeah, I'm gonna need to really do some thinking about this marketing side of chessball, which a lot of ideas that I hadn't really considered. I mean, one thing that I'm thinking of doing, since actually Robert Ramirez on Twitter follows me and I follow him, maybe I'll just drop him a message and see if he wants to do like a match. C3 Venom against like his Stonewall course, which is like also pretty new. Stonewall against C3 Venom and see who wins. And I will try and prep the hell out of his like Stonewall, and we'll just have a proper match. I think it could be really fun. It could be good vibes. And I mean, of course, this would mostly be like beneficial for me, right? Like he's got such a big fan base. Like, you know, what's he gonna benefit from like a few people like accessing his stuff? But you never know. Seems like a friendly guy. Maybe he'll go for it, right? You never know. Yeah. I will see. I will get to that. Yeah, I will. Another thing to the list. Another thing to the list. Make a note of this now. But yeah, good stream. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. And I guess. Oh, one final thing I want to mention. Josh, as you're the only YouTube member on this channel, I mean, I've tried to like promote YouTube membership. Clearly, I haven't done a good enough job. Like. Clearly, right? But actually Ansar, the head of chessball marketing, he actually said that he's made an observation that YouTube membership just hasn't taken off in general, and there's just not really the culture to like sign up to this YouTube membership compared to, let's say, on Twitch, where people like subscribe all the time to their favorite streamer. So let's like he just said basically probably it's best just to like abandon the YouTube membership and just like prioritize like Patreon, prioritize maybe start streaming on Twitch or something. To be honest, I much prefer streaming on YouTube. Twitch is kind of like it's kind of like an extra headspace, right? It's like an extra platform I have to deal with, which I'm not kind of a fan of. But yeah, I think there's a chance I might dismantle the YouTube membership. I will see. Like I'll have to think about it, right? Just a lot of ideas from this marketing call. But yeah, hopefully this match against Ramirez, I think that'll be sick, right? It'll be really good training for me as well, right? Like to play against the national master in a serious match. I'd obviously stream it. It'll be good vibes. And yeah, I will see. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna head to bed, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Adios.